Hello again, Leo. Didici here from astrology.com.au. Let's start your horoscope for this month, for June 2022, to see what's happening. And in particular, straight off the bat, we see these 4 planets in your 10th house of career, and Mercury, which has been retrograde. Mercury has been retrograde for the past couple of weeks. Here in the 10th house now on the 3rd of June goes stationary, direct, showing us some important revisions and possibly, in some cases, a little bit of a letdown. Maybe you'd expected more of a circumstance, a possible new job that may not have come through. Don't forget, everything that is happening is really ultimately to clockwork and perfect. Embrace it, because sometimes the seeds of the best things in life are those difficult circumstances that we see. Now, Mercury means you're thinking long and hard about new career choices. We see also that this is stemming from this Mars and Jupiter connection there in the 9th house, which is your basic ideals in life, your philosophy of life, and you're expanding that part of your view of your life and people, and in fact your whole philosophy and basis for how you've come to that understanding will be changing at this time, along with, as you see here on the 6th, Saturn going retrograde in your relationship sector. That's very, very important in also determining this vision, because there's a growing sextile aspect here which will take place over the coming months. Mars and then Jupiter making their aspects to this 7th house Saturn. There we see the movement of Mercury will come back out into your 11th house of life goals, visions and friendships. So here we see that the retrogression began in this area. Could it be that you've started mixing with a new circle of friends who are impacting the way you view your life? There it is on the 14th, a movement of Mercury back to the 11th house of your horoscope, coinciding with this full moon in your 5th house. Now, jumping from this career aspect of your life to this 5th house is a creative, romantic vibe, and Mercury moving here may also indicate that you were having a bit of a rethink about the circle of influence, the type of people that you hang with, type of friends you choose to have in your life. Sometimes they are not exactly what you need, and therefore there could be a reevaluation of those people right now. And that's particularly so because Mercury does rule the sign of Gemini, which is this 11th house. You've had the Sun, your ruling body, moving through this 11th house as well. So there's a lot of focus not just on the career, not just on this Mars-Jupiter ethics and philosophical ideals, but also this 11th house of friendships and social connections. You'll notice the moon is going to swing back up here after the full moon phase. It touches Saturn, which is the relationships, the intimate part of the horoscope there, around the 20th. Making conjunction with Neptune, very idealistic planet. And keep your eye on that, because Neptune, along with Saturn and Pluto, will enter its retrograde phase right in the last couple of days of the month. Moon makes connection with Jupiter and Mars. That fortifies that ideal that you're thinking of. And then some rather abrupt changes taking place. Unexpected, I might say, with the conjunction of the moon to Uranus and the North Node. This North Node, of course, has to do with your desire nature and your karma being in this career sector as well. Venus moves as well in the latter part of June into this friendship sector. And this tells me, along with the moon's transit there, that it's likely to be a positive development in that area of friendships. If you had some doubts previously, these 3 positive planets add a nice spin to it. There's a new moon that completes the month there on the 29th in your 12th house. And that's an interesting one because this 12th house also has to do with your past karma and working through some of the stuff that has possibly held you back emotionally. That's as a result of the moon's conjunction. The moon is ruling this 12th house, but the sun, your sun sign ruler, connected here in the 12th house. So this is an important completion to the month, and one which finishes on a very, very spiritual note, because the 12th house is also the hidden component of your life, the spiritual and introverted direction, what we call nivriti, inward looking, as opposed to pravriti, which is outward looking. So it's a great time to end the month on some meditative exercises, a bit of quiet time, and to digest the reading that I've just given you. Pop on over to astrology.com.au. We've got the monthly forecast there to add a little bit more colour to what I've mentioned here. It's a brief synopsis. We've got dailies, weeklies, and the yearly forecast too. So you can put all the pieces of the jigsaw together to see exactly where you're going in your life at this time and in future. Drop me a line and don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to come back next month. I'll be waiting for you. Bye-bye.